Females gotta stick together. Number one untapped resource? Women.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between the Moxie film and book.
Want the who, what, where, and why.
Is this the best idea?
Maybe not, but it's the idea I had.
If we stick together, things are gonna change.
Yes.
Can't stop, won't stop, next stop.
For this list, we'll be looking at the new Netflix movie from director Amy Poehler and where it deviated from the original book by Jennifer Mathieu. Have you read Moxie? Tell us how the movie stacks up in the comments. Number 10. Pure Punk. One strong similarity between the versions of this story is a strong Riot Girl DNA. The spirit and rebellion of the early 1990s feminist movement is a major influence on the themes of the book. Film is a more sensory medium, though. The movie takes advantage of this fact to follow in the immortal words of Bikini Kill's Kathleen Hanna.
We're here to celebrate the end of the mediocre white dude's chokehold on success. Yeah, Helen, I see you! Girls to the front!
The soundtrack features some true Riot Girl classics. Even cooler, though, is the promotion of modern successors like the real-life band the Linda Lindas, with a ferociously catchy punk sound and the attitude to match. This group is proof that the subversive animus of the Riot Girl era is alive and well, and we are here for it. Number 9. Introducing Vivian. Like so many protagonists in coming-of-age narratives, Vivian starts out as a girl just trying to make it through high school.
Eyes on the prize, my dear. Just 2 more years, and we will be safely tucked away in a lab at Berkeley.
However, the character that we meet in the movie is a little more unassuming than her on-page counterpart. While book Vivian is still an introvert, she's already well aware of the patriarchal nonsense, enacted by guys like Mitchell, that shapes her world. Movie Vivian seems a bit oblivious in comparison. In fact, even with the influence of her loudly feminist mother, she seems to have just accepted the status quo for what it is.
Sometimes I think about the fact that Mitchell Wilson is going to breed, and his offspring will be tall, handsome assholes, and it makes me very, very sad.
You're so dramatic. Well, okay, Mitchell is fine, all right?
It's not until she meets Lucy that Vivian begins to reconsider her perspective. Once she starts to ask questions, there is no turning back.
Ignore Mitchell.
Why should I have to ignore him?
Number 8. Seth. When it comes to the canon of teen movie love interests, Seth is definitely a great new addition. In the book, he comes into Vivian's life as a transfer student from Austin, but here he's a longtime acquaintance who has benefited from a serious summer glow-up.
You're right. Seth the Shrimp's gonna need a new nickname.
His personality has also undergone a bit of a change. Book Seth was a cool, quiet type, while the Seth we meet in the movie is a sweetheart with a cute, dorky streak.
Ladies first. Or can I say that? Or do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah?
thanks.
Absolutely.
However, the most attractive thing about Seth is undoubtedly his proud ally status. He is there for the Moxie movement right from the beginning, showing his solidarity and support without ever trying to take space from the girls at the center. A guy secure in his feminism? Yes, please.
That's hot.
Number 7. Join the club. While the activities associated with Moxie are clearly essential to both tellings of this story, the book never made anything official. The Moxie zine was more of an inspiration for independent action. The girls in the movie actually take that inspiration and sit down together to make things a little more unified.
We want the who, what, where, and why.
What started as a venting session at a party quickly grows into something with a focus and agenda. Claudia even goes the extra step of making them a school-recognized organization.
Moxie is now officially a school club and gets access to elite privileges such as hanging stuff on walls. We might just also have to learn how to play chess.
It makes sense for a movie. Being able to see the girls in collective action gives a better sense of their frustration with the treatment they receive from their environment.
If we stick together, things are gonna change.
Yes.
Can't stop, won't stop, next stop.
Number 6. Let the games begin. Given the setting of Moxie, it's amazing that the book barely dealt with athletic culture at all. In the movie, we see a Texas school stereotypically obsessed with its football team, even if that team isn't very good.
We literally just rushed 100 yards an hour ago.
While the book featured a minor subplot about a bake sale to support the more successful girls' soccer team, the movie punches up the tension between the two factions into a major event.
Kira, you're a much better athlete than Mitchell. You win games, he doesn't. And yet you're the underdog. Why?
When Principal Shelly tries to hand an athletic scholarship to football captain Mitchell, Lucy has a different idea.
Hey, I have a nomination.
Excuse me?
I nominate Kiera Pascal, the captain of the girls' soccer team.
The campaign to see her superior athletic talent recognized is Moxie's largest organized effort, and the corresponding disappointment is just another example of how little a guy has to do to win in our society. Number 5. The Power Principal. The character of Principal Shelly is one of the biggest departures from the original source material. In the book, the school principal is actually Mitchell's father. When he covers up for his son, it hits very differently than when Shelly refuses to take her students' toxic behavior seriously.
Did you see what they called me?
Oh, no, that's social media. I don't understand.
No, it's a list.
Well, listen, Lucy, sticks and stones, sticks and
Are
stones.
you kidding me?
As a woman, we expect Shelly to empathize with the experiences of the girls under her care. She is less interested in fairness than she is in keeping up appearances, though.
He's harassing me.
Ooh, there's that word. If you use that word, that means I have to do a bunch of stuff. But if he's bothering you, and that's what it sounds like to me, then we can actually have a conversation.
Watching a female character work so hard to ignore sexism and prop up an unjust system is one of the more interesting moves the film makes. It's a good reminder of the ways in which some women have internalized the misogyny of the world around them.
In response, young people, especially girls, are expressing their discontent about everything in every direction. But we have to be clear about things before we move forward.
Number 4. The Funeral Date. When Vivian and Seth go cruising in the book, they pass a funeral home. The movie chooses to make that funeral home the actual focus of their date. After a little romantic breaking and entering, Vivian and Seth proceed to get their flirt on in what we can only describe as adorably macabre fashion.
Kind of like in this one.
Bold choice.
Glossy.
I love it. I love it.
It may seem like a spooky choice for a first date, but the chemistry between them is genuinely sweet.
What is that?
It's my heart. You want it?
As the night goes on, we see their energy slowly shift from goofy to more intimate, especially once Seth confirms that he'll continue to keep the secret of Vivian's identity as the Moxie creator. The kiss goodnight is the capper, though.
Worrying that maybe I shouldn't come off too strong. You know, you're like this super powerful feminist, and you're not just a cute girl. I mean, you are a cute girl. Don't get me wrong.
Despite being a film creation, this is one date for the books. Number 3. Dress Code Rebellion. Anyone who was ever subjected to the fingertip test will understand the hostility the girls of Moxie feel towards their school dress code.
I got sent home for wearing a tank top, meanwhile Jason is like constantly shirtless.
In the book, some of them challenge the rules by showing up to school in bathrobes. The movie takes things in a different direction. Instead of covering up, the girls protest the arbitrary dress standard by baring their shoulders in tank tops. This is a change that seems to have its roots in the real world, where we hear to no end stories about girls getting in trouble for even the slightest amount of skin.
What, your straps are a little thin, and you're showing lots of collarbone.
Moxie looks to make a point about how ridiculously unfair these rules are.
Like they were wearing the same thing, but she got in trouble because she looks a little different than that other girl.
Especially the way they force girls to be responsible for the behavior of their male peers. Number 2. Wrath and Ruin. Though book Vivian has no shortage of discontentment to work with, her outward projection of those feelings is an invention of the movie. Her frustration is understandable, but the way she handles it on screen seems unnecessarily destructive. After coming home drunk and disappointed, Vivian adopts a newly reckless attitude towards her protest activities.
Is this the best idea?
Maybe not, but it's the idea I had.
The downward spiral continues as she lashes out at the people around her. Her rant feels self-indulgent given the sacrifices of her friends, and when her absent father is mentioned for the first and last time in the entire movie, It just feels like bad writing.
And none of it is working, and no one is helping me, and I am all alone in this. Why isn't Dad spending Christmas with me, Mom?
At least Seth is able to curb the nastiness she's been spitting at the people who care about her, though.
You just take cheap shots at me, your mom, and your mom's perfectly nice boyfriend. I've done nothing but support you. I don't deserve to be your punching bag.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Intersectional stumbles. We will give Moxie some credit for trying here. The movie has Vivian's mom directly address the fact that feminism hasn't always excelled at inclusion.
You know, we made a ton of mistakes. We argued with each other, we weren't intersectional enough. We called our meetings powwows.
In the diverse members of the Moxie Club, there is an effort made to introduce different perspectives into the film's conversation.
And you don't get it, Viv. You don't get what's going on with me because you're white.
What?
From racial microaggressions to the immigrant experience to the struggle of being trans in a small-minded town, Moxie touches on a lot. Unfortunately, it never explores any of it. Issues raised by the promising characters are never mentioned again. The story remains very much about Vivian's journey, reducing her friends to the more cliché role of minorities who only exist to support the white lead.
And you know what? If you're going to expel somebody, expel me, okay? It's me. I started Moxie. I am Moxie.
Then expel me too. I started the Moxie Instagram.
The creative team knew better and still couldn't give us more than token intersectionality. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.